We hope that you were able to get a lot out of our presentation for today. We're going to do an exit ticket now at this point to wrap up the rest of this day and get us ready for tomorrow. We want you to brainstorm what you already know about online assessments or technology to use in order to assess our students' knowledge. So online technology tools or even online assessments that will help to assess them. The survey that was given, we were able to come up with the top 4 online assessment tools that teachers thought they could use in their classrooms or are using at the current time. Maybe think about if you use any of these, which ones you really like, or maybe which ones you'd like to learn more about. And as we go through the rest of the presentation, remember, we need to figure out which level you're at with online assessment tools so that we're able to place you in the appropriate groups tomorrow. So by the time that you leave today, you'll put your name in either the beginner, intermediate, or advanced baskets so that we know who's in which groups and what kind of materials we need to prepare for you. But our main focus right now is going to be looking at our new learning management system of Canvas and looking at the online assessments that they already provide for teachers to use. And since this school year we're just kind of piloting the program, doing with a few features, next year we need to be more involved, and so this will help us get ready for our next school year. So I'm going to give a brief overview of what the online assessments look like in Canvas. You are not to think that you need to be an expert by the end of this presentation. Again, at the end, you will just be able to assess where you think that you fall in the beginner, intermediate, or advanced categories. So again, this is just a brief overview. You may follow along on your own personal device or just watch. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we go to hcpss.me and we're going to log into Canvas. And so you'll be directed to your main page. From your main page, we'll go to courses, and you'll select one of the courses that you teach. I'm going to select Algebra 1. It's the only course that I actually teach at the current time. And so your main page should come up, your home page. Remember, quizzes are located on the side, on the left-hand sidebar. The words that are grayed out, we can still click on. It just means that students at this point cannot access them. If you're not really using quizzes, it's probably grayed out. My example is with it grayed out at this point. So you'll click on quizzes, and you'll be brought up to your quiz page. You may already have quizzes in there because these are already assessments that you have given to your students and entered grades for in Canvas. And I'm going to show you how to create a quiz that you can actually use on Canvas. So you'll go to your quiz option and you will click the plus sign with the quiz. And a quiz will pop up. I would not click on the button to publish yet. You don't want to turn this green right here at this point at the top until you feel comfortable and that you really have a quiz that you want to use. Right now we're just going to practice, so we will not be publishing. You would title your quiz and just type a title right in there. If you have any special quiz instructions that you'd like to give your students, you'd enter them in this box at the time. We have different options for the quiz type. If you want to use a graded quiz, you can select that. It will show up not only in Canvas but also in Synergy for us. Practice quizzes, you can see the grade and how the students are doing, but that grade will not show up in Synergy where the students are actually receiving their grades at this current time. We have graded surveys and ungraded surveys. When you first start out, I'd probably do a practice quiz to see how things go. You can give students a time limit on the quiz. If you want to use a multiple choice quiz, you could shuffle answers. You can let students see the quiz responses and also let them see the correct answers. Depending on what kind of questions you have, you may only want students to see one question at a time. When you have multiple classes, you can put it to different sections. We could even assign quizzes to certain students in the class. So if we wanted to have them practice certain questions that maybe a certain group of them got wrong, you could just assign that quiz to those students to work on, or you could assign it to your whole class. You can put due dates, and you can even make it available. So you can make a quiz now and not have it open up until a later date. And then you'll click on questions and be able to begin to add new questions. And as we go through the process tomorrow, this is where our different groups will be in our different levels. So if you're looking at this and you feel it's very overwhelming, you have no idea really how to create a quiz, you probably want to go in the beginners group. If you're semi-familiar with some of the online assessment tools, but maybe haven't really used them in your classrooms, you might want to be in the intermediate group. And if you're familiar with using online assessment tools and you use other ones, or maybe you've even created your own Canvas quizzes, then you'd want to go to the advanced group. So again, as a reminder, hopefully you've had some time to think about which level that you're at right now. You may take some time to look around at the different online assessment tools. You can play around with Canvas for the last little bit of time that we have left. But before you leave, please make sure that you drop your name into one of the 3 different baskets, either for the beginner group, intermediate group, or advanced group. We look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow morning.